well.
Doing well, great.
Ken, you're probably wondering why your family and friends are here today. I kind of told you kind of a fib. I mean, we still want to talk about what we talked about earlier today, but the county wants to recognize you for all the hard work you've been doing with the cemeteries and stuff with the veterans. Though I've only known you a short time, I know how hard you've worked on this, and I just want to let you know that I appreciate it, and others have noticed too, so I want to thank you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right, and
I can start by reading the proclamation, if that's all right. That might fill it in a little bit, and then we can go from there.
Yeah.
Is that all right with you?
that's fine.
All right.
We have a proclamation, and Jamie's going to read the proclamation.
Whereas Kenneth Long, a former Air Force sergeant, is being honored for his concern and efforts in replacing damaged or missing headstones for veterans' graves in multiple cemeteries throughout Lebanon County. And whereas while walking through a cemetery, Mr. Long and his wife Catherine noticed numerous toppled, broken, and missing headstones for veterans in cemeteries, when they decided to contact the Sons of Union Veterans of the Civil War to discuss corrective action to alleviate this injustice to our veterans. And whereas Mr. Long, and now with the assistance of others, replaced 120 veterans' headstones. And whereas Mr. Long's devotion and commitment for over a decade to our veterans in making certain that veterans' damaged tombstones are taken care of exemplifies his integrity and dedication to our country. Now therefore, we, the Commissioners of Lebanon County, on behalf of veteran families and all our citizens, are proud of the work Kenneth Long has accomplished and express our appreciation to him for his many years of hard work and dedication to our community.
All right. Warren, did you have anything that you wanted to add, since you're here with the...
No, just again, my thanks as well as for the organization. Did a great job and just never asked for anything other than expenses. And they were considerable. And while the stones are free, somebody's got to pay to install them because they have to be installed properly. And he's been doing that.
Very good.
I'd like to move that we adopt this proclamation on behalf of Mr. Long.
I'll second the motion, and I'd also like to say thank you so much on behalf of all veterans.
Thank you.
All right, with that said, we have a motion and a second to adopt the proclamation honoring Mr. Long. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered. And we'll...
Can he say something?
Yeah, I was going to say, would you like
Well, I
to speak?
appreciate the recognition, and I feel like I did a very satisfying thing, and I'm happy that we could do that.
Ken, I was curious if your wife was able to make it today?
Yes, she is.
Oh, there she is! Oh, yay! Okay, wonderful. Well, because Catherine provided the information, and maybe there were a few phone calls back and forth that sounded a little bit clandestine, but it all came out for the good, hopefully. And again, there are Veterans Day is coming up, and it is so wonderful to be able to recognize you who took care of all these veterans all these years. And I was wondering, they said that these are in all throughout the county in different cemeteries. Can you give us examples of the cemeteries where you go?
Well, the big one is, of course, Mount Lebanon. Mount Lebanon on the Soldiers Block. I replaced or added to 16 tombstones and 38 on the grounds of Mount Lebanon. So it'd be 54 just for Mount Lebanon. I put the stones in 17 cemeteries in Lebanon County, and did a pretty wide,
Wow.
you know. So.
Are any of these cemeteries, I know that former director in Veterans Affairs had a whole list. Are any of these where there's no caretakers, any of these cemeteries? These 17?
Well, they all differ. You know, some cemeteries are well managed, and others, of course, are not. And so you just get what you get.
Mm-hmm.
I got good cooperation from a lot of managers of the cemeteries, so
Okay.
I was happy about that.
Wonderful, thank you.
All right, I would suggest that, oh, go ahead, Warren.
One more thing. One of the things that Ken does is when he finds a veteran's grave, he does a background check on that veteran, and he's got one heck of a book about like that. Just on, like, he found my uncle. I mean, we didn't lose him, but he's got a 2-page thing on him. And there was information in there that I didn't know, and he was killed on Guam. So he's got background information on all this stuff, and it's fantastic. Great job.
Well, the county's very grateful, and certainly the additional history is all great as well to be compiling that for the county. Thank you.
And we're going to present this proclamation in a minute, but before we do that, I would suggest that we give Mr. Long a round of applause for his efforts.
I do have one more question, if I may. Mr. Long, your book that you've compiled, do you have plans for that, or is that something that Scott could scan and maybe make available on the county website for people to do research on their relatives?
I usually donate whatever I do to the Historical Society.
Oh, that's a good place for research too. Okay. I just wondered and wanted to make sure it didn't disappear since you put so much work into it. Thank you.
Yeah, I work hand in hand with Adam.
Oh, there he is. Okay. I couldn't see you back there.
Very
Great.
good man.
Commissioners?
Thank you.